Oh baby, you got what I need. Oh baby, you. What's up, print hustlers? Today we're going to talk about Printavo Premium. Now, a lot of folks I talk to aren't sure it's right for them. They're saying, oh, we're not a big enough shop, an auto shop quite yet, or enough autos for us to really think it's worth it to go up to that higher monthly price or yearly price. We've made the choice here at Zapier to do so, and there's a few reasons why I think it's a great idea for you to do it at pretty much any size shop that you are, of course, as long as you can afford to do so. So let's first take a look at what some of those premium features are, and then we can talk more about them. So first I'm going to show you on the screen here, I'm currently logged into my account for Sound and Fury. So I'm going to click right here. So first I went to my account, it brings me up to this screen because I'm an admin. I'm going to click Update Billing Subscription. Now I'm currently already on the premium tier, which we can see right here. And here it shows what the prices are. Also, this is in this drop down as well. And we can take a look at what these different features are. So the features start right here. Now, these are the standard features you may already be used to, things like packing slips, shipping, the tasks, all those, you may be used to those. If you're only on light, those are a big help. I highly recommend at least making that jump to standard when you can, if you can. Purchase orders is next. Let's go ahead and take a look at what purchase orders looks like. So over here in purchase order area, here I can see all the purchase orders on goods that I've ordered recently. I can click into any of them and take a look at what they were and what these were for. So in this case, we actually outsourced some embroidery, so we use the purchase order area for that. However, you can also go into any of your jobs and say, okay, we need to order the goods for these. I'm gonna go to more actions, mark line items as need ordering. Now that I have that, I can come over into my purchase order area and I can create a new purchase order by clicking there. Now here we see I've got a couple different jobs worth of goods I need to order. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a new purchase order right there. And for this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and order just these goods right here and pull those over. I could pull over other ones too if I wanted to have these as well. They're also coming from SNS. Why don't I go ahead and pull those there too? Now that I have that, I have everything that I need to order from SNS on one nice and easy sheet. Now, you can send it and email it to your vendor here. However, currently with all the shortages, that may only cause them to not have the quantities when you're ready to order. So what I do instead is I use this. I can even print this out if I'd like, but I use this, open up a second screen, and I go to SNS and I order all these goods. I have them nice and organized right here. Once I order them, I go ahead and I edit this and I say, okay, these are ordered. I put any notes about where they might be coming from, anything like that, and I select the vendor. So in this case, I'm gonna put, we'll put SAMR, but it was actually SNS for this one. I'm gonna click save. And here I can go to more actions and I can actually add my tracking numbers. And as you all know right now, everything's coming from like 9 different places. So you can put in all your tracking numbers and keep hitting plus and put them in there. Now, if it's a real tracking number, which that one was not, but if it's a real tracking number, when that number gets tracked, it'll actually update to show in-house. So if I look right here, for example, I click there, it takes me over to that actual invoice, and here it says products have been ordered. If I go back to that and I say, you know what, these have actually all landed, I can say they've arrived, and now on each of these individual orders, let's go to this one this time, it's going to show that it indeed is in-house. Here we go, products are in-house. So that is the purchase order area. Let's go back to my account and we're gonna go right back to update billing subscription to take a look at that list a little bit more. That was the purchase order area. Next, this is a big one, folks, production file upload. So this is one that we use a lot here at the shops. If I go into this job right here, this job was one that we had to do quite a bit of work for. So here we can already see production notes. There wasn't a whole lot of conversation about anything. If we had any conversations about the order, anything we wanted to know about, we'd actually type those out in production notes. In this case, we didn't use those. However, we did upload multiple different files. Here I can see the nothing less AI file. This happens to be the one they provided us. It was an AI file, however, it was a lot of flattened placed images. So I went ahead and had to do a Photoshop separation for that. And then, wouldn't you know it, on press, we had to make a slight tweak. I had to make a new top white, so I uploaded that one as well. Then, yep, there's a left chest, so we also have the outputs for that left chest uploaded right here. So not only do I have the mock-ups that were already available at your other tiers for the customers to see, but now you can actually upload your working files. So if there's ever any question what the file was, if I have to do a reprint, all those things are right there for me. Now, we're currently running this job, but when the job's done, we're gonna do one more thing. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna click Edit, and then at the press with their iPad, they're gonna go ahead and click this production file button, and it's going to pop open, and they have the ability to then click the camera icon on their iPad. When they click that camera icon, it'll turn the camera on, and we'll take a photo of that finished print, and we'll actually upload what the finished print looked like on that shirt for our records as well. So another fun way to use the production file upload area, and very, very helpful. All right, let's go back to my account, update billing subscription. We're gonna go right back to that matrix that showed us what the differences were between the different tiers that you can have. So back here, that's production file upload. Next is labels and barcoding. So with labels and barcoding, we can actually print out an actual box label that has all the relevant information on the box, including a QR code. Now here at Sound and Fury, we choose to use that by when the inbound goods come in, we take them out of the box, recycle that box, place them into our own branded boxes. We then count them in and put a box label on that box. When it's time for that job to go to press, the box is taken to the press operator uses his iPad, scans that barcode, and now they actually have the actual order pulled up on their Printavo screen. So there's no chance of having an old work order, missing information, or printing the wrong thing if it's been updated. So that's a big, big feature I highly recommend taking a look at. Next, we have Contractor Profiles. Now that's gonna work similar to the labels and barcoding. Basically, the labels that go on the box, if you create a contractor profile, you can have it say their name, their company, and even their logo, as well as the work order and the packing slip. So the packing slip and the box label are what the customers are gonna see. So if you're doing contract work for somebody else, you can make sure the customer sees who they believe is the actual decorator, not you doing the contract work. So definitely a nice add-on there. Next, text messaging powered by Twilio. This is a big one. A lot of folks don't think it's that important, but it really is. We're living in an age where you order something, you expect instant gratification, next day delivery, text message notification updates, all those things. So with Printavo, if you're on Premium, you can connect to Twilio. And every time you send out an approval for a quote approval, an art approval, you can choose to have it email and or text the recipient. Now this has been a great way to reduce waste time in time for approval. People often overlook emails coming in. Not many people overlook a text message notification with the link to approve it right there in the text. So it definitely can shorten the time you're waiting for a quote approval, art approval, sew out approval, photo approval, any kind of approval you're doing in Printavo will be much quicker utilizing the text message feature. Check that out too. All right, next we have the send from your domain. So currently, if you're on Lite or Standard or any of our legacy accounts that's not a premium account, all your emails are coming from Printavo doing business as you essentially. Where if you connect your custom DNS, you're going to then allow a handoff. So the email is going to look like it's coming from you, not coming from Printavo as you. This is the best way to help avoid going into spam folders or accidentally going into the wrong folder where the customer doesn't even know they got the email. So a quick and easy thing to go ahead and change. All you have to do is be on the premium tier to have access to that. Now, there's definitely the additional users, additional pricing matrices, 20 users with the ability to add more, 15 pricing matrices with the ability to add more, all sorts of fun stuff in there. Now, down here, we get to some stuff that a lot of folks don't know what they are. Zapier and API access. So Zapier works with the API access, so I want to first start with the API access. What that means is that Printavo has allowed for basically opened doors on the back end of Printavo. Only certain things can go into those doors and grab certain pieces of information. So you can build an API and have other softwares do things and interact with Printavo for you. We're starting to see some people build secondary softwares that help people with other needs with Printavo, outside of Printavo, as well as things like Zapier, which uses that API to allow for even more automations outside of the automations that Printavo already has to offer. So a nice example is I use Zapier personally for the print shop here. Every time a job goes into job complete, which to us is our final status where it kind of lays down it's done, when it goes to that status, it triggers over, it waits a couple days, it checks to see if I've ever emailed that customer a Google review. And if I haven't, it drafts an email from my personal email, calls them out by name. I had a nice little pre-canned message and spots for it to fill in, calls out the job name, them by first name, thanks them for the job, and then asks them if they'd be kind enough to do a Google review. Now, that means I'm automatically sending out one time only to each customer customized Google review requests, which also means I'm now getting more Google reviews, which in turn is helping the business be found more on Google and drive more sales. So it's a simple thing you can do there, but very helpful. Another quick example is on our website, we have a form. If you fill that form out, it'll actually create you as a customer on my Printavo for me. I then have it text message me and let me know you've submitted a form, and it emails me the answers to that form. So lots of ways you can use things like Zapier or custom API builds to get more effective, more efficient, and let's just get more done. So definitely a big up there. So that's a brief overview of what some of those features are in Premium. There's more to come. Some things that I can't quite talk about just yet that are only going to be rolling out to Premium tier features, including one we know about called the Power Scheduler coming later this year, only available on the current Premium tiered levels. So be sure to check out more. If you have any questions, let us know. Leave some comments down below. Like and subscribe for more of these videos. And of course, if you ever have questions, you can reach out to us, support@printavo.com, or even me, Matt@printavo.com. Thanks. Talk to you soon.